Hi, it's Janet from Crafts and Collage. Welcome back to my channel. Tonight we're doing a page in the teeny tiny book. But first we'll do a tiny little flip through. This is a teeny tiny book that came with a small deck of tarot cards. So I have absolutely loved working in it. It has been one of the most fun books I've ever had the joy to work in. I've really enjoyed doing these pages. Teeny tiny books. They can be so much fun. Food for thought. And then this last one was about vacations. And tonight's theme, I believe, is about vintage. We've got some vintage pictures here and some border and a couple of accent pictures. So let's start with what we want to get in there. I absolutely love this. I think that is gorgeous. And you know, the advantage, there are some advantages to working on this scale, seriously. And I mean, I've done postage size junk journals for like a miniature I was doing for a folio or something in the past, but actually working in it like a glue book this size has been lots of fun. It also, if you're having a moment where you just want to do something craft-wise, but you don't know what to do or you don't have a lot of time, this is a perfect size to play in because it gets you a page done. You have fun. It makes as much sense as any other glue book. It's just wonderful, to be honest with you. It's quick, it's easy, it's fun, and especially if you have themes on your pages. I do some freestyle, glue booking or collage sometimes, but most of the time I seem to have a theme going. I think that's probably the ADHD. I'm always like colors or, vintage or childhood or, that kind of thing. And don't forget to really push things down flat. You want them to stick as best you can, because some kinds of glue, depending on the humidity and so on of your area, can get really bad for staying stuck down. See, now this fits perfectly there. I really like the look of that too. So I've been doing a lot of sketching lately, and I did want to say that, you know how, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but you know how as an artist or crafter you want to go, you want to do this project or that project. You don't always want to finish the last one, and you want to do something different or new or whatever, and you just kind of jump around a bit. You know how that happens. Well, that's okay. I want you to give yourself permission to be okay with that. Leave a project, let it go, sit it aside. You'll go back to it when you're in the mood again. Don't worry about always having to finish a sketchbook or a glue book. If you want to move on to the next interesting book, listen, I do this all the time. My daughter will bring me a really awesome new notebook or book of some sort, and I just want to get started using it, and so I'll sit aside the ones that I'm currently using and play with the new one. And believe me, most of the time I go back and finish up the old stuff. I really do. I love these pictures. I want to put this somewhere prominent because to me that's what the old vintage pictures are about, is vintage pictures, right? Like that's the whole crux of the matter. And there's never a time when I can just paste a picture in. I always chop them out of the magazine with really bad cut marks and so on. So, but yeah, just if you want to play in another book, or if you want to do something in another, another thing that you're playing in, do it. Art is about what you want. You don't have to please anybody. That's kind of the beauty of this, is you do not have to please anybody. As with your art or your glue booking, there are no rules. Your sketchbook should just be your playground, unless you're actually making an art book, which is different than a sketchbook in a lot of ways. Just do your thing, have fun. Learn, explore, create, try new things out. That's what these books and things are supposed to be for, right? All right. Perfect. I have the head of one golfer here, so I have to put something over him. I have a feeling I'll be putting the lettering over his head there, because I chopped him into fitting him on the page. Yeah, on the page. And I want the camera definitely to go here. I love the idea of that right in the middle like that. So, how be we tuck this behind, cutting off. Ooh, I don't have much wiggle room on that one. All right, no wiggle room at all, actually. How much? Okay, so we want to go about there. So I want the top part or the bottom part? Like more of the top. Okay, so just above the chandelier. There we go. Perfect. All right. Perfect. Haha. I love it when things work out like that. The 3 pictures I wanted to include on this little teeny mini spread, and it worked out perfectly. I'm going to, I have one more page after this to fill this mini glue book, and I've already got the next one picked out because, and it's a very similar size, but I absolutely love the size this is. To me, it's been a tremendous amount of fun. And the videos marked, tiny Gluebook seem to do fairly well. They seem to be something people want. So let's take a little bit more off the top here. And then we'll crease it in. All right. All righty. Oh, this turned out better than I thought it was gonna. Oh, I love it when that happens. That makes me happy when that happens. Yep, definitely makes me happy. You picture something, you pick out the pictures for it or the embellishments or what have you, and you just hope that it's going to work. But when something falls into place that, you know, you just really like, that's a whole bonus. There we go. Oh, now I want to add this, the love that part. All right. Do I want to leave some of the orange, or do I want to basically trim that off? Nope, I don't need any of the color. Oh, this is just awesome. I'm loving it. Loving it. Loving it. Loving it. Yeah, this is absolutely wonderful. Another really cool mini page in a tiny journal, the tiniest journal that I've actually done that is legitimately a glue book and not a prop for another piece. Really cute, although my eyesight might stop me from doing a super tiny book. But this was a fun one. Thanks for joining me.